Hello, Saginaw. Welcome to another episode of Saginaw Spotlight, where we shine a light on the amazing people, businesses, and stories that make our city special. My name is Alex, and I'm so glad you're here with us today. This episode is going to be fantastic. We are joined by someone who brings creativity, talent, and artistry to Saginaw. She's a tattoo artist at Saginaw Tattoo and a rising star in the world of body art. Please join me in welcoming Saka Wang. Saka, thank you so much for being here today. I'm really excited to learn more about you and your work. Let's start with this. What first drew you to tattooing as a career?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. Well, what started it all was art, just, creating art ever since I was younger. I could remember just, sitting down, not even really knowing how to hold a pencil yet and just wanting to do something. So that's really what started it. And then just the creativity like went from there. So
It's almost a therapeutic process of creating art, isn't it?
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely therapeutic. It's almost like, you know, you put your feelings, you put your mind into everything that you do, through your hands. So it's super cool
Yeah.
experience to create art in general.
Awesome, awesome. And so you've been interested in art since you were a kid, right?
Yeah, yeah, ever since
Yeah,
I was younger.
yeah. What type of art were you into as a child?
Um, I just remember drawing pictures of animals like horses, dogs, cats, stuff like that. And then
Yeah,
it just got weirder from there. My art is super
yeah.
unique, super weird. Yeah.
I like that you mentioned that it's super weird because we're trying to see what's in our heads and it
Yeah.
comes out on the paper, and sometimes it is weird. Just the same way dreams are, uh,
Yeah.
sometimes there's weird stuff in there.
For
And
example,
do you have some art?
I just did this guy a few days ago, about like a week ago. I
That
call him,
is beautiful.
you know,
What do you call that style?
well, just like line work,
Yeah,
just
it's
just super weird, I guess.
yeah.
I just go with where my hands take me. So
That face looks like someone who might have a lot of worries, maybe? Is
yeah,
that what it, yeah?
yeah, aging. I was thinking aging when I was doing it,
Yeah.
like even like the mental part of aging, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because, kind of looks a little crazy, but makes sense to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, part of your job is when someone comes to you, sometimes they might not know exactly what they want, huh?
Right. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you help them. How does that process work?
Yeah. So basically, if they don't know exactly what they want, I just ask them to shoot me a few ideas. Maybe like if they have like a favorite flower, for example, or like a favorite band, or like even what they're interested in, like hiking or something like that, favorite state or whatever. I take that and I kind of like brainstorm a little bit, and then I kind of just go from there. Yeah.
Um, Tell us a little bit about the journey of becoming a tattoo artist for Saginaw Tattoo. How did that opportunity present itself?
Okay, yeah. So I just started practicing at home. I purchased a machine off of the internet and started on practice skins. I did a lot of research, watched a lot of YouTubers that are super, super awesome at explaining things. YouTube is like such a huge platform with great information. And that's really
Yeah.
what helped me on my journey. And then when I thought the time was right, I had a good portfolio started. I presented it to different shops and stuff like that. And then Mike Spitz, the owner of Saginaw Tattoo, he welcomed me with open arms. He's such a great guy. I love him.
Awesome.
Super awesome mentor, super awesome person in general. And yeah, he just, welcomed me with my portfolio and everything like that.
That is awesome. That is truly an awesome thing. And I'm
Yeah,
glad that you fit there well.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, when someone decides to get a tattoo, I always felt like the art in a museum is not as impactful to me as the art on someone's skin because
Okay.
that took a lot more. Um, uh, that's going to be with them for the rest of their life. Usually, it's a very emotional, um, a symbolic. People get it. Oh, I lost a loved one, or I achieved this great goal, or I'm setting this on me to remind myself of uh, something important that, you know. So there's like a story behind every tattoo, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And even if there isn't a story, like I just wanted to get a pickle, like there's a story behind that because that just means, their character is funny or, it always means something. Yeah. And
Yes.
and the ones that do mean something, I take great honor in doing, especially if a mother comes in and she wants a tattoo for her child, I try to always make it as perfect as I can, possibly can. And
Yeah.
because, it's just special to that person, no matter what it is.
Yes, that's true. It is a magic thing that you do, huh?
Yeah, it
You
feels like
know?
it.
Yeah, because it's definitely a conversation starter, the tattoo. So if I see someone at a dinner party and I'm looking, if I see tattoos, I will use that as an opener. I'll say, "Oh, I like your tattoo." Just it seems like are a lot of people getting tattoos for that reason to make social up to make social scenes easier to connect?
I mean, I guess so. It's a good way to express themselves. So I guess it is a good way of, opening yourself up and opening yourself up and putting yourself out there, because there's always, certain people get tattoos, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So, just creativity in general, creative people, awesome people, I think so.
I
Yeah,
think they are awesome
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Yes, that's great. That's great. For someone who might not know very much about the tattoo world, what is it like being an artist in a tattoo shop?
Okay. Yeah, so I'm still new. I just started at the tattoo shop this last July. So far I'm enjoying it. It's just it's like my style. I'm very comfortable there. You know, and this could go for all tattoo shops, as soon as you walk in, you should feel comfortable and super just like it's a super chill environment. You're not worried like if that person's looking at you thinking something, you know what I mean? Because some places you walk in, you feel intimidated, and you might feel intimidated in tattoo shop because you're about to get a tattoo, but it's not because the people in there are intimidating. You know what I mean? So it's
Yes.
super chill environment, super awesome. Some people, um, I think some people might look at it in a different way if they've never been in a tattoo shop. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you've never gotten a tattoo, even if it's just like a dot or just to like stop in and see what it's like, I recommend it because it's cool. It's awesome. It's a good environment.
Yeah, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely. Hmm. Your designs are incredible. I've seen some of your work and the drawing you just showed us.
Yeah.
It's clear that you have a unique style. Um, what kind of tattoo designs do you like to create the most? Is there a certain style of art that you like the most?
So I'm still figuring that out, as a tattoo artist. But I think I'm leaning more towards black and gray work, versus color. I do want to take a few color theory classes. Raquel at Drunk Monkey Tattoo, super awesome. She's holding a class in March that I'm going to attend. She's a super cool person. So hopefully I'll get some color theory knowledge and then lean more towards the color, but I'm still trying to figure that out as a tattoo artist.
Good, good. I
Yeah.
think I lean towards the black and gray myself. I think that's um, I don't just want to say it looks better, but it seems like the skin takes the black and gray uh, shadow, makes it look, I don't know, more three-dimensional.
Yeah,
And
more
then the
appealing.
color, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But
because this,
everyone has their taste.
yeah, there's so many styles. There's American traditional, Japanese traditional, and it's all, it's all based off of something. It's like a tree, I guess, art.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it's super cool. Me personally, I have one colored tattoo, but on my body, I'm just gonna stick with a black and gray. Just because it ages better. You don't usually need as many touch-ups with just black and gray.
Awesome. And who or what inspires your artwork? How do you get inspired?
Well, my grandmother was an artist. She was a watercolor. She did watercolor, and she did it the last years of her life, but she always loved art. And when she did start art when she was older, it was great. It looked like she was doing it her whole life. And I think I get a lot of my inspiration from her and a lot of my talent from her, honestly, because I believe creativity runs in blood, and it takes a lot to create something, especially if it's coming from your mind. And um, I just think of my grandma because she was so, not so old, but she was older. And then she decided to pick that up and she put her whole rest of her life into it. And I
Yeah.
really think that's awesome.
That's awesome. That is an awesome thing. And I agree with you totally. We do inherit these artistic trends from our parents and grandparents. And I remember my mother would play the guitar, and then all of a sudden my brother starts playing the guitar.
Yeah.
And they both had similar skill level, but more importantly, they just enjoyed it. And
Yeah.
so you could see how it it transferred from genetically from that's fascinating.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's magical almost.
It is magical. I mean, the whole thing is magical. I saw a tattoo that was thousands of years old found on a mummy. And so you
Yeah.
wonder, right? I think it was like a tattoo of an
It,
animal, like a deer or
it was a
something.
deer. Yeah, it was a deer. I know. Yeah, it was a deer with
You
the
saw it, huh?
really cool antlers, and he also, I think it was a guy mummy. He also had like a little tattoo of like the swirl right here, swirl, and just super cool designs even millions of years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the tradition that you are in now, a long tradition that goes back thousands of years where, you know, the warriors of a tribe would put the marks and it meant something. And so that's fascinating
Yeah.
how the tradition led us here. So, do you have a favorite tattoo that you've done so far?
Um, think I do. Yeah, I did it for my friend Grace. It was just like a bird skull with a flower sitting on top of it, but
Yeah.
super cool. It was, when I really first started tattooing, just a couple months in, but it turned out so good. I was so proud of myself. And I'm so critical of myself. I hate almost every single tattoo I do, honestly. But even though my client loves it, it's just part of being an artist. You know, you'll make a beautiful piece and you'll be like, ah, you know what I
Yes.
mean?
That's cool.
Yeah. So that
Um,
one turned out pretty well, but definitely my favorite.
awesome. Awesome. That's fantastic. Before we continue, I'd like to take a moment and thank our sponsor, Iva Road Dog Sitting. If you're looking for a safe, fun place for your friendly dog, Iva Road Dog Sitting is the place to be. They service the entire Saginaw area. They have a big fenced yard, a cozy home environment. All dogs get free daily walks, and the dogs just love it there. So if you mention this podcast, you'll get 3 free days of dog sitting. That's a $100 value. Call or text Iva Road Dog Sitting at 989-954-7210. All right, back to you, Seika.
Well, that's
Okay.
a great deal, honestly. That sounds great. If you
Yeah,
listen to
I
the
think you're a
podcast,
dog lover, huh?
yeah, I have a dog right behind me right here. She's awesome.
Dogs, dogs are the best, huh?
Yeah, she's a good girl. Should I bring her up?
I couldn't have, yeah, sure.
Yeah, yeah, come here. Come say hello. She's my old girl. I've had her since I was 15 years
Oh,
old. Come here.
oh, that's so sweet.
Come here. You can hop up. Come here.
It's okay. You want to say hi to the internet.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, hello.
Hi, you're a pity, huh?
Yeah, she's a cute little pit. She's a Brenda.
Yes, huh?
She's a good.
Oh,
She's my
she's
friend.
that's your best friend. Yeah, they dogs make me a better person. Cats too. Hi, this is a girl. Hi. Oh,
She's
look
tired.
at the love. Yeah.
This is
Oh,
her. This is her bedtime.
yeah. She should be asleep at this time. Yeah. That's great. Fantastic. Yeah, take us up on that offer for the free dog sitting the next time you take a trip.
Yeah, I always go up north for a few days, so I'll definitely,
That
yeah.
would be perfect. That would be perfect.
And she's a,
Awesome.
yeah, anyways.
Cool. Um, Seika, what is your take on the current trends in the tattoo world? I know that body art and the places where people decide to do piercings, that changes from time to time. And then there's new methods. Like recently, I saw a method of instead of that branding with a hot iron, now they use dry ice, and the lines are much clearer and it doesn't rip the skin off when you do. It's a very precise look with the dry ice. But what rising trends are you noticing in the tattoo industry?
Yeah, scarification is super, super interesting. And I honestly haven't seen the dry ice method yet. So I'll definitely have to look into that right after we get off here.
Yeah,
But yeah, usually it's just, the rod, the iron. So you burn it and
it
and
never looks good, huh?
no, sometimes, it heals pretty well from like what I've studied and what I've seen. It doesn't look good to like when it happens, of course. But yeah, there's just so many different types. I'm just thinking back, uh, or thinking in like different countries and stuff like that, even in different cultures. Because there's some cultures that, use a blade and scarification like that, and there's certain designs and stuff like that, and it's super precise. And then, of course, there's the tapping method.
That's the Japanese use that, huh?
Yeah, right. Yeah. Very traditional, very, very, the culture is around it is like super awesome. Just how it all happens and how they're so open to um like because when people go to their to visit from other countries to get that certain type of tattoo, they're just so welcoming and so you know open arms about bringing them into that space of their culture that's so sacred because it is. um it's really cool. And I I hope one day I can go over to Asia and get some amazing art done because it's usually very precise line work, tattoo. It's not like our traditional tattoos over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not with a, a motorized
No,
ink
yeah.
gun. It's just one at a time like this.
Right. Yeah, so it's not stick and poke, but basically there's a big needle on a, let's say, wooden piece, and then you take another wooden stick and you tap it like that, and then and that takes a lot of talent, takes a lot of practice because I'm holding my machine like this, but they have to hold their hand so steady and like it's super cool.
It's less room for error in their method, huh? No?
Honestly, probably. Yeah, because of just probably the learning and the practice it takes to even do that.
Yeah.
It's yeah.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
I hope you get to go get a tattoo in another
That would
countries.
that'd be cool. That'd be cool.
That would be cool. Yes. Um, so if someone is considering getting their first tattoo, what advice do you have for them?
Definitely eat beforehand. Definitely either have a meal or a good snack, granola bar, protein shake, something like that. And even bring like some candy while you get a tattoo or like a electrolyte drink, anything like that. Um, even you know, extra moisturizing the area a few days beforehand. Um, don't shave, let the artist do that. We need a clean shave. We don't need little hairs poking out or stuff like that. It's always best to let the artist shave you. But yeah, other than that, just eat and water. Yeah.
Because
And
you have to stay still for a long time.
yeah,
That's why you eat.
well, because usually as the tattoo process starts, your body kind of goes into a mode where it's like, what's happening to me, until it can tell itself, oh, it's okay. So your blood pressure, your blood sugar does some crazy things. So you always want to make sure you have food in your stomach and your sugar intake is not high, but you have at least a little bit of sugar that day. If not beforehand, um, have some while you are getting a tattoo.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I had not thought of that.
Yeah.
Okay. And then if I was going to give advice to someone who is their first tattoo, it seems like a lot of people get the tattoo after they've been drinking and partying. They go, "Oh, I'm going to
Oh
go get,"
yeah.
but they might get something in a rush without no, is a life, this is going to, they're going to carry this image for the rest of their life. Should they think about it a few days, right? Instead of rush in there.
Yeah. And any good shop will turn down someone who has been, if we can see that they're drunk or smell that they're drunk, Um,
Yeah.
turn them down, definitely. But if they do end up in a shop and they get a drunk tattoo, you're just gonna have to pay for a cover up. That's all I gotta say.
Hey, did you
If
hear
you hate
this?
it, you're gonna have to pay for a cover up. That's it.
Did you hear the story about Mike Tyson's face tattoo?
No, I don't know the story behind that.
Okay. He came into the tattoo artist and he said he wanted a heart, a heart on
Oh,
his face. The tattoo artist, he wants to do that. He wants to do Mike Tyson. That's a very famous
of
celebrity.
course.
Eh,
Yeah.
But he says, let's think about this. And he sent him, I'm not going to do that tattoo, but we're going to do a tattoo for you. And then the next day, he sent him that one that he has on his face now. And Mike
Uh-huh.
goes, oh, yeah, all right, I'll take
Yeah,
this
of
one.
course
You
he did.
know,
It's Mike
but
Tyson.
that was a good tattoo artist who saved him from making a big mistake,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. A tattoo artist always, if something, because we have that artistic eye, right? So let's say they want to put a piece that they love on a certain part of their body and it just doesn't look right, it doesn't look symmetrical or anything like that. Um, we're going to, you know, suggest a different area or even tweak the tattoo a little bit, make it smaller, make it bigger to fit or make it symmetrical or make it just go with your body curves, you know what I mean? So yeah, that artist definitely saved Mike from getting a heart on his face.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
All right. So, Seika, what's next for you as an artist? Do you have any goals or projects that you're working on?
Yeah, right now I'm really just focusing on building my skill. I'm still new and everything like that, but my all-time goal, of course, I feel like this is for every artist, is to own their own shop and be a mentor, be an amazing mentor to somebody like me right now. I want to help other artists grow, and that'll take years for me to do, but I'm I'm here for it. I'm definitely here.
Yeah, that's awesome. I
Yeah,
like the way that you see it as someday helping other apprentice artists get
yeah,
started. That's
yeah. I would love to
fantastic.
be. I'd love to be a mentor. I'd love to be a teacher. I'm gonna get great, and it's gonna be great.
Fantastic. I love the attitude. That's perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Seika, it's been amazing talking with you and hearing your story. For our listeners who are now curious about getting a tattoo from you, how can they reach you?
But you can find me on Facebook at Saka Wang, SakaWang. And I do have an Instagram. It's tattoos period by period Saka. And you can DM me. You can also find my Google. There's links there. It's just tattoos by Seika. Just Google it, and you'll find me there. You'll book a tattoo with me, and we'll make your dreams come true.
All
Yeah,
right. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Seika, for sharing your story with us. And your story and your talent are truly amazing. I hope that many people call you and get tattoos from you.
yeah.
And to our listeners, thank you for tuning in to Saginaw Spotlight. If you enjoyed this episode, please follow us on Spotify, YouTube, or Facebook. Share this episode with your friends and help us shine a light on more amazing people in Saginaw. If you'd like to advertise your business on the show or you're interested in being a guest, contact me, Alex, at 989 954 7210. Until next time, Saginaw, keep shining.
Keep shining, Saginaw. Thank you, Alex.
Awesome. Fantastic.